Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be discussing is about the biomacromolecules. So before starting with the biomacromolecules, we will first understand that what are biomolecules. So biomolecules, they are any organic molecule that is present in the living cell, and this is known as the biomolecule. And it is of four types. What are the four types here? The four types are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. So now we will be discussing the introduction first, that how the biomacromolecules comes in the picture. Now the biological molecules or biomolecules, they are substances that the cells of our body produces. So they are the cells of our body which are producing the biomolecules or biological molecules. They are found in every living organism. So they are found in all the living organisms. They are a key cellular component, and they perform a broad range of functions which are essential for our growth as well as our survival. Now, there are two types of biomolecules. So, biomicromolecules and the biomacromolecules. So, in this slide, our main focus will be on the biomacromolecules. So, biomacromolecules are the biomolecules which have a large size of about 800 to 1000 Dalton. They have high molecular weight and complex structures. So, they are biological polymers of different simple or monomeric units. So these are called as the biomacromolecules. So we have already discussed this. The examples of biomacromolecules will include proteins, nucleic acids, carbohydrates, and lipids. So nucleic acid has been further divided into DNA as well as into the RNA. So we will be discussing all these four categories in detail. So first we will start with the proteins. So these are all the four categories: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Now proteins. Proteins, they are said to be to constitute the majority of the biomolecules in the cell. The simpler unit is known as the amino acids, which is made up of these biological polymers. Here is a diagrammatic representation of the primary structure of the protein. So the protein has been divided into four structures further, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. But here we are depicting the primary structure to just understand the basics of biomacromolecules, that protein is a part of biomacromolecule. And there are about 21 types of amino acids. So the simpler units is called the amino acids, as it has also been displayed in the diagram itself. There are peptide bonds as well. So amino acids, they are the simpler units which is known as amino acids. And there are about 21 different types of amino acids. They are proteins. They are responsible for many functions in the body. Hence, they are classified into different types based on their function. Example, they are structural protein, enzyme protein, transport protein, etc. Now, the proteins, they have a complex structure which divides into these structures, that is primary structure, quaternary structure, secondary structure, and tertiary structure. So, these are all the structures or complex structures of the protein. Next we will talk about is the nucleic acid. So nucleic acid, they are the smaller monomeric units that are known as the nucleotides, which form the nucleic acid. So nucleotides will lead to the formation of the nucleic acid. Now nucleic acid, it will regulate various functions in the body. It will include the growth, reproduction, and the metabolism. And these are parts which form the genes of an individual that is responsible for the hereditary. For example, the two types here are DNA and RNA. So DNA will be responsible for the hereditary. The full form of DNA here is deoxyribonucleic acid, and for RNA it is ribonucleic acid. Now DNA, it consists of nucleotides which is made up of four nitrogen bases. The four nitrogen bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. Uracil, which is in place of thymine, will make up the RNA or ribonucleic acid. So these are the the nucleic acid will play a major role in the body. Next comes is the carbohydrates. So these biomolecules, they primarily contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So another name of them is sugars. So the another name is sugars. Carbohydrates, they are classified into different classes depending on the number of monomer units present in them, such as there can be monosaccharides, they can be disaccharides, or they can be polysaccharides. Now monosaccharides, they have other name, example glucose and fructose. So if we talk about monosaccharides, it will be glucose and fructose. And glucose, it is the energy currency of the cell in animals, and fructose in case of the plants. So these sugar contain an aldehyde group or a keto group, and the bond between these groups and an alcoholic group of another monomer unit is known as the glycoside bond or linkage. And the polysaccharides, they are primarily of two types, structural and the food storage. So all the carbohydrate part has been covered. These are some of the examples and some of the monosaccharide, disaccharide examples which are written here. Next comes is the lipids. So lipids are very similar to carbohydrates because they are made up of same composition, that is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Now the lipids has been divided into two parts, that is unsaturated and the saturated fatty acids. And lipids, they are found in fats, oil, hormones, and other structures such as the cell membrane. The lipids, they constitute a very heterogeneous group of substances. Unlike carbohydrates, on hydrolysis of the lipids, lipid yields glycerol and the fatty acids. So fatty acids, we have told that it has been divided into two, the unsaturated fatty acid and the saturated fatty acid, and all of them end with a carboxylic acid group. So a complex form of lipid which is stored in the body as adipose tissue is known as the triglycerides. And lipids are said to be hydrophobic and they are not miscible in water, in contrast to other biomacromolecules which are hydrophilic in nature. Therefore, here I summarize to say that lipids function as energy storage molecules, chemical messengers, and structural components of the cell. So this was all about the lipid part. Now this ends the topic and these are some of the references. Thank you.